G'day guys and welcome to Team Down TV's coverage of the Cybergamer League of Legends Pro Main Division, brought to you by our sponsors M-Wave, AMD, BenQ, Western Digital, Sound Blaster and G-Skill. Tonight we have two big contenders. We have Avant Redemption taking on Team No Chance, and joining me tonight is the one and only Go Gadget.
Yes, I am very excited about this match tonight. Menace, of course, two big names in the Australian scene. So it'll be interesting to see, what, strategies we see put in place here. It's the first or the most recent, top-tier battle personally that I've casted in the sort of oceanic scene, I suppose, and it'll be good to see how these teams have sort of adapted to to recent changes with patches and all of that good stuff. So very excited to get it underway.
Me too. Now we're already into the picks and bans. Just a bit of background: these guys have played each other before in ACL Melbourne tournament just recently, and I believe a few times before, obviously in CG and things like that. The guys on Team No Chance are previously known as N64 Knights. They have changed their name and their lineup slightly. So you may recognize some of the names there, people. So yeah, the N64 people talking about it in the solo queue. And so we are the picks and bans now, Go. Already for Avant-Garde.
Taking a look over at Avant's bands, they've decided to take out Thresh, Elise, and Evelyn. So Thresh, of course, very standard support band at the moment. He can just make so many plays, with those hooks. You see it across, from regions across the world. Even recently in the North American playoffs, we saw Curse Edward with that Thresh, and he gave it a pretty fair crack carrying some of those games. So very good band there. Elise and Evelyn running through again. Standard bands. Evelyn very hard to deal with. Need to spend lots of money on pink wards. Over on the side of Team No Chance, though, we've got Caston, Zach and Vane taken out. Caston and Zach, two sort of flavour of the month champions at the moment. Caston, if he has a nice, strong early laning phase, or even if he just gets through it really, he can scale very well into the later stages of the game. Zach, of course, just a great band. He does everything, let's be honest. Vane might be more targeted towards Smiley Face X, who's of course the AD carry of Avant, but we'll have to see what he picks up here. Definitely
targeted Smiley Face. He actually messaged me and said no Vane, and then had a sad face. So sad face X today. So he's not happy about that Vane ban, but it's a thing that does happen. In 64 Knights do know that Avant-Garde Redemption have been performing exceptionally well recently. A lot of people commenting how much they've improved, especially Smiley Face himself. A lot of people saying how how much he has improved in the AD carry or the marksman position. Go. So it'll be really cool to see what happens now. Interesting thing to note as well is that I know Lord Fabulous, one of his main characters is left open. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but there's a pick for him still up in the air. So we'll have to see how that one goes. Go.
Yeah, we will. So looking at the moment, we've got the three picks locked in from what we can see over on the Avant side, those being Vi, Sona and Rumble. So I'm liking those picks so far. Of course, Vi, very strong jungler at the moment, has kind of shot up in popularity and just really brings a lot to the table. Lots of damage, lots of great ganking potential, and of course in team fights, that assault and battery, that is devastating if you can get it off on a prime target of the enemy team. Yeah,
a bit of influence from the Korean scene over OGN. A lot of that, actually, I'd say Australian scene is very influenced. A lot of these guys watch OGN, so
Yeah.
they do see the plays that they make and the style of play that they are bringing to the table. And yeah, so Blaster on Rumble is going to be amazing, Go-Go. I've seen him play before, and he's very comfortable.
Yeah, definitely there. So we'll have to see how well Blaster does on that Rumble. In the meantime, of course, we've got N64, aka Team No Chance, as they are now known, locking in the next two. From what I can see there, they've actually decided to lock in the Nami and the Zerath. So that's an interesting pick there with the Zerath. And Nami, of course, a bit more of a standard laner there. Oh, I'm a little bit delayed, so I can't see what we've just had locked in there, but
You'll see in a sec. Everybody sees it on stream. But all right, so the thing I was talking about before is that Fabi's Lux is open, and they've picked that up. And I was talking to Smiley before the game.
Oh,
you see it now.
I see it now. So guys, just to fill everyone in, I am, of course, checking out the champ select just from the stream due to the lack of 3 spectator slots here. So, of course, we've got our fantastic streamer Cyanide in there, so we can show you guys all the action. But in the meantime, of course, I'm actually very excited to see Lucian, because I haven't seen him too much at all, let alone in competitive play. So Smiley Face X, he's got me very pumped up for that pick. So it looks like it will not be a Blitzcrank, because they've already got a support on the Team No Chance team. And it was, I think a Renekton like they're hovering over, from what I can see now, would be a pretty good pick. Nice and sturdy top laner. He can trade pretty decently against Rumble, especially in those early levels. So I think that will be locked in there. And yeah, there we are. We've got both of the teams coming out of these guys. And what's really interesting is how N64 have picked this Zerath, because we don't see him too often in competitive play, Medicine. When you think about it, he brings a lot to the table. He's got lots of, long range wave clear, lots of sieging potential, and he can even create picks, or even, AoE picks from long range. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on Smooth Move in that mid lane.
Yeah, a bit of Minky Whale action with the Zerath in there. So we'll see how it does pan out. But I'm really interested in AVANT-GARDE Redemption's team composition. It's kind of interesting. There's skirmish potential there and some really good team fight potential. So it'll be interesting to see how it all does pan out. And Nami and Zerath. Nami's always a great pick, I think. But paired with it, Ezreal, I'm not too sure how that's going to go. I guess Sona being taken away pretty early sort of took that away from them. But Ezreal and Nami will be a pain in the butt for sure. But I think that I don't know, Lucian, man, Lucian. You say Lucian? I think Lucian will maybe have a bit of trouble farming on the turret. He has a pretty short attack range. Ezreal's got a fair bit of poke there. But yeah, from what I've played of Lucian and what I've seen, he's not overly strong, especially in the early laning phase. And there is apparently some mana issues with him, so it's really going to be hard for Smiley to get that through, and get through that laning phase, especially with an Ezreal there. Go.
Yeah, interesting actually as well. I mean, you bring up the mana issues, and I have heard that, concern raised before with Lucian. Of course, I don't have any personal experience to say whether that's the case or not, but I'm just looking at Smiley Face's runes at the moment, and typically what you see on, most top tier competitive ADs at the moment is that they might stick a few flat mana regen glyphs in, maybe 3-4 of them instead of the magic resist glyphs, if they are playing an AD that does like to use lots of mana in lane. Looks like Smiley Face X hasn't done that this game, so we'll have to see how that pans out, but I'm sure he's pretty experienced with that Lucian himself. So, but yeah, back to the bottom lane of Team No Chance. That Nami Ezreal lane, it is actually pretty popular, just because one of the reasons is Nami can actually put that buff onto Ezreal, that I do believe it is, and that will actually proc on those Mystic shots, as well as, of course, whenever Nami does hit that Aqua Prison, it sets Ezreal up for his entire skill shot combo. So very powerful lane, but they haven't taken Ignite, so that will, of course, slightly lessen their kill potential down there.
Yeah, Sona picking up Ignite, looking to try and maybe balance out the team fighting a bit more. I'd say that, Lucian and Sona will be at an advantage to begin with. So using that Ignite to try and maybe get things, even up a little bit. No exhaust, which could be a problem in trying to kill Ezreal because, his arcane shift is a pain in the butt to try and lock him down. So exhaust can really help with that, give you that extra ground and kind of mitigate an arcane shift if used at the right time. So J4, pretty standard pick for the jungle. Always a great early ganker. So I dare say we'll see a lot of concentration down on the mid lane, just trying to keep Lord Fabulous as low as possible with the CS scores and kind of shut him out of the game early on because he's quite beast mode with the Lux.
Yep. Definitely, and I do like that pickup that Lord Fabulous has gone for on that Lux, being the barrier. So Lux often isn't in a range where she can utilize that ignite, which you see on lots of high kill potential mid laners. So that barrier just adds a little bit of safety to the lane and might save Lord Fabulous from an extra gank, something like that. That's a good pickup, I feel. So keep an eye on that mid lane though, because bags of swag on that Jarvan fort definitely could be looking to get some ganks in early, especially once Smooth Move on that Xerath hits 6 and he gets that big huge burst combo available to him.
Yeah, Canamak also makes a good point in chat. Go. The consideration with Soren and Lucian is he's going to be pretty strong because Lucian has pretty high AP ratios on his W as well as his ult, and I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, there is a fair a big chunk of scaling towards that. So I don't know. I think that everybody has been maxing the W first. I believe that's the little long range AOE little thing I can't remember the name of because I don't think I've even heard the name. So we'll have to have a look at that when we get into game. But yeah, so obviously new champion we're not going to know a thing about just yet. And obviously the first time we see him in play, like you said, it's going to be pretty cool to see Go.
Definitely, and that Ardent Blaze is Lucian's W. Just taking a look at the tooltip there, but that's right. Getting into this game, guys. Team No Chance taking on AVANT-GARDE Redemption in the Cybergamer Pro League, the Pro Division, of course. And we've already got buys coming out nice and early from both of these teams. You can tell they've got a little bit of experience at this. They probably know how to play League of Legends, man.
I'd say they know have a good understanding. Especially, both in 64 Nights and Redemption played really well at the ACL tournament that I happened to be able to go to, which I was very lucky to go to. And Avant Redemption really stepped up to the plate and showed some amazing gameplay, some good compositions, some really good laning phases actually all round for those guys. And also, thing to note is Teals. Teals is really, I don't know, he has a very aggressive style of play with his supporting. Always seems to pick up a lot of kills, and someone even mentioned before in chat that he carries, so carry Teals down from that support.
Yes, well, definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that bottom lane, that bloodthirsty support. And as an AD carry myself, I absolutely love aggressive supports like Teals. Just it fits in well, especially if you're the sort of aggressive style AD player. You can really get that synergy happening and punish the enemy laners for any even small mistake that they might make. But it looks like for now, though, we've got 2 wards out early on. One in the bottom river for the Team No Chance guys, and one the entrance to their wraiths. So, doing a pretty good job covering up any potential invade entrances there from Aviator.
Yeah, pretty safe start for sure. Now, mid lane, there is a bit of difference in the items there, Go. Fabulous picking up a Doran's Ring and a couple of pots over what Xerath has chosen for a Fairy Charm ward and some more pots in there as well. So I don't know if Fabulous is going to have that much fun. Only having 2 health pots could be a bit of trouble, and especially against a J4 who will be ganking as much as possible. Yeah,
that's right. And one of the good things I suppose about that Lux mid is that the Doran's Ring pickup, it is slightly safer than some some of the other more close range AP carries in the mid lane, just because Lux can CS from afar with that with that light binding as well, if if he needs to. So
yeah, and just a bit of harass back and forth. Look like J4 is going to be going through the lane for a gank and up in top. So Renekton there pushing very hard up against Ballasta on Rumble, and he will sneak through on that brush. It's now a matter of waiting until Ballasta can come out far enough to pull off a successful gank here, because they are fairly hard up against the turret. That's a big minion wave, Gogo.
Yeah, it definitely is. And if Bags of Swag on that jungle J4 really wants to wait, he's going to have to wait a long time. In the meantime, Aviator, he's just farming up the jungle, so this gank better pay off for Team No Chance, guys. Otherwise, unfortunately, Bags of Swag is going to fall a little bit far behind.
Being very patient, wasted almost 45 seconds to a minute now in that top lane and decides to head back. So, time not very well spent, but as you can see, Aviator now doing the same thing in this mid lane, doesn't stick around quite as long and now returns towards his jungle, maybe head towards the top lane. Seeing as Shock is very, very pushed, he thinks maybe he can get a gank, and he knows that's warded, so looks like he will just maybe pop over the wall here at Baron. As he does, he's not spotted yet. J4 is in the area, heading around back towards the turret at the moment. So just a patient ganking
yes.
from either side, Gogo.
Very, very tense there, but it looks like Aviator's going to come out.
Yeah, he does. Gets a nice knock up onto Shock. Shock gets ignited as well. And there's a flash and first blood for Ballasta. Now Bags of Swag in a bit of trouble. Falls back to the safety of his own turret.
Yeah, he gets it. Oh, and in the mid lane.
Yeah, here we go. A nice trade between Fabulous and Smooth Move. Fabulous having 0 mana, decides to go back in for auto attack. Just trading auto attack after auto attack right now. Dodges the long range poke coming out from Xerath, and close there for Fabulous. If he had a bit more mana, maybe he could have turned it around.
It's interesting, actually, because of the fact that both of these mid laners have decided to take barrier. It got to a point there where they were pretty close to each other. They kind of wanted to try and get and go for the kill. Oh, as we see down the bottom lane, Smiley Face was thinking about that, but yeah, in the mid lane it was just a bit of an awkward situation as those two long range mages without any cooldowns up just kind of auto attacked each other.
Yeah, Smiley Face deciding, no, I don't think I'll get too hungry. I'll just force the support out lane, try and get more CS as much as he can. And yeah, this lane really working pretty well for the guys on AVANT-GARDE Redemption.
Yeah.
Teals and Smiley Face just being able to do this.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on. And, I've been taking quick looks down here in the bottom lane, and Teals, he is not letting the bottom lane of Team No Chance get one free CS if he can. He's right at the front there, getting those hymns of Valor out, the power chords out as well, and really putting some nice pressure onto this bottom lane. So playing it very well so far.
Very true. That little bit of gold advantage really going to help out Ballasta, especially against Renekton. And he's headed back. He's got himself Amplifying Tobe as well as some boosts. So going on the aggressive against the Renekton. Renekton actually got himself, I believe it was the Doran's Blade. So I think he started off with that Reju beat. So he's picked up the Doran's Blade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did so. Now, really good sense down in bottom lane. Do you see that? They didn't even have a ward there, I'm pretty sure, Gogo. And they just sort of knew by the playing style of Ezreal and Nami that J4 was there. But now it looks like Lord Fabulous could be in trouble. Does dodge the knock-up. Bags of Swag taking the tower hit. But here comes Vi around the back. Gets the knock-up on a J4. Just a bit of harassment there to punish him a little bit more for coming in.
Yeah, that's right there. And Shock taking a few harpoons to the face up there in the top lane. Ballasta doing a pretty good job up there. About 6 CS ahead at the moment. And, of course, he has that kill. So I'd expect the later that lane goes on, probably look to be seeing Ballasta really rocketing ahead in that CS department. So
I see what you did there, rocketing ahead. Hey, there's a good one.
I'll take it. Many more to come, guys. Don't worry. This is a best-of-3 series, if you're wondering, of course. And, Smooth Move. Got to be careful.
Smiley Face picking up that bottom turret as well. And Aviator wanting to go and get this blue buff. The Aqua Prison doesn't quite land. The guys from No Chance on a bit of a back foot flashed out from Vaki there. And narrowly dodging that Lucent Singularity as well as the final, the stun, the light binding from Lux. And now Aviator trying very hard again to get this blue buff. And Teal's forced to flat ahead as well, getting a ton of poke from Ezreal as well as Xerath. And there is a light binding and ultimate from Lux. The barrier didn't actually negate, a little bit too late there from Smooth Move, but In the end, I believe the blue buff did go to Vi.
To Vi, yes, that is correct. The Aviator taking up that one. And he's at the moment in level 6 to Bags and Swags 5. Just looking at the junglers at the moment, 37 CS to 21 as well. So, we're really seeing...
Oh,
we see the mid lane!
Yeah, big flash over there onto Smooth Move. Smooth Move using some really good reflexes there to flash out over the go.
Yeah, definitely. Great play there by Smooth Moves to get out of that. But was a flash blown on both sides. And I think that's a slightly better outcome for Avant.
Aviator now going aggressive on a bag swag. There is the ulti from Vi. Just completely deleted. Smiley Face doing a ton of damage. Smooth Move falling very low. There's ultimate taking him away as well. Under the second tier turret. Smiley Face falling so low. Aviator, maybe a little bit of damage. There's the shield from Lux as well going to save him. And look at AVANT-GARDE redemption all over this map. So much aggression taking them down everywhere. Go.
Yeah, that's right. And look at this. They're going to transform those 2 kills into an objective, into that middle tower, and also a bit of damage onto Shrandy there as well. Great play from AVANT-GARDE Redemption. They're going to back out now. They're ahead in gold, about 3k ahead, in fact. And they're looking pretty good so far in this game. I've got to say, this Lucian from Smiley Face X, he just made that roam up mid work. Got a kill, got an assist, helped to push that turret as well. He's even in CS down in the bottom lane, so... I'm pretty impressed with it so far.
Yeah, that max range culling just taken away Xerath down the mid lane. I can't believe they actually reached it so far early on. There's a flash engage from Shock. Popped the ultimate as well. Doesn't even land the stun. Blaster flashing out and getting away to safety.
Yep, that's right. He's going to be fine. No problems at all up in that top lane. Blaster doing a nice job so far. He's actually dead even at this point in time in CS with Shock up there. But... Shock, of course, it's actually pretty good given that Shock actually, died to Blaster early on. Sometimes in these top lane matchups, especially, when you're playing a Rumble, it's pretty easy to have the lane snowball against you or in your favor, depending on who gets a kill, of course. But, Shock, he's doing a pretty decent job holding in there.
I'm not sure if you just saw the backing animation for the Lucian skin.
Oh, I didn't.
No, it's pretty amazing. It's like an ode to Morpheus from the Matrix. Pulls up a red chair and he has a red and blue pot and drinks one. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I'd not noticed that. Well, actually, I haven't even seen that before in play, so that's pretty cool. Cool backing animation on the Lucian skin. And now AVANT-GARDE Redemption, maybe going to go towards the dragon. They do have a lot of vision around here. Pink Ward goes down, will not find anything. There is no vision at all from No Chance Gaming, and now Shock in this top lane, looking to go aggressive on the Blaster. Blaster takes a few turret hits, and look at all of AVANT-GARDE Redemption getting spotted out by the ultimate from Ezreal there, and an easy dragon, no contention at all. J4's not even in the area.
Yeah, Dragon goes down just like that. AVANT-GARDE Redemption, giving their gold lead another, slight buff, I should say there. And if we take a look at both of these teams and how they're going to team fight, how they're going to go up against each other in the 5v5 later on in the game. Avant, they've got the equalizer. If Blaster gets that down well, gets that in a nice spot, that can be team fight changing. Of course, they've got the Vi as well to, singularly point out, trying to find the word there, but target out one of the top key threats of Team NOCHANCE.
Yeah, Cataclysm down, Equalizer on top of that within a Jarvan ultimate. Blaster just ignites down onto J4. J4 gets taken out. Shock does survive. Vi comes in though, gets the knockup. Will the Assault and Battery come out? Yeah, ultimate is still there. It is the Assault and Battery falling so low right now. Renekton double dashes away. Aviator, will he just go through? There it is. A nice knockup again and lands a kill.
Yep. Easy as that. Aviator doing work on this Vi so far. 2-0-1 with 60 CS as well. In the meantime, of course, down the bottom lane, Team NOCHANCE forced to defend that bottom tower. Look at the damage coming out of Smiley Face on the Lux Laser.
There it is, as well as the culling coming across the back from... I missed a crescendo from Sona. That was a flash crescendo, but Lucian picks up the kill onto Xerath as well. Light binding in the middle of the EQ combo from Bags of Swag. Aqua Prison as well. Doesn't quite land from the Nami. But wow, what a good team fight for AVANT-GARDE Redemption. Picking up a kill on the Xerath, forcing everybody out of lane, and this will be a second tier turret, the third one for AVANT-GARDE Redemption.
Yeah, and this game is very quickly getting out of hand for Team No Chance. Avant-Garde Redemption, they're not letting up in their pressure all across the map. The top lane, the bottom lane, just systematically taking these turrets down, taking these objectives, taking the blue buff of Team No Chance now as well, and just strangling them out of the game.
They are. Smiley Face playing a superb Lucian, showing us exactly what he can do. Top turret does fall as well. That's the 4th one for them. 4-0 in turrets, so much of an advantage for them right now.
Yep, definitely there. And looks like we've actually got the ping. Aviator, he's actually in a lot of trouble.
He is as J4 EQ knock up on them both, Aviator and Ballasta. Xerath over the back. There's the Equalizer's going to completely shut him out. Aviator does use their Vault Breaker to escape. Will it be enough? There is both gap closes on both J4 and Renekton. It's only a matter of time. There's a flash EQ onto Aviator. One more hit is coming up. There's a shield from a passive, and a Cataclysm eventually does take it down, although it's locked him in with Ballasta, and in comes Lux for the KS as well. Shock has that ultimate burning down on top of him. Light Binding lands in the middle of that pinch of the dead turret. And Shock knows he's completely dead. Does get a bit of regen. Final spark across the top from Fabulous.
Laser to the face. Takes down the Crocodile there. And, Lord Fabulous managed to pick up 2 kills in that little exchange. Great roam there. We're seeing lots of mobility from this Avant-Garde Redemption team, and I really like that. They're not, content with staying in their lanes and farming. They want to move around the map, help their team out with some kills, turn fights around, and then push turrets after that. So that's great to see. It looks like that Smiley Face, he's actually just gone back to buy and taking a look at the items while we can. He's actually got himself a Blade of the Ruined King, a BF sword now as well. So, itemizing heavily into the AD department because, of course, that ultimate, the culling, it does scale with AD, the Q as well. So, not to mention the W. In fact, I think most things on Lucian do. So, pickups there by Smiley Face.
Yeah, so going for extra attack speed between all those moves. I mean, you really want to be trying to cast as much as possible. Bottom turret, though, falling for them. There is an ulti from Nami as well. Vault Breaker onto Sparky. He just gets obliterated. Wow.
That was, like you said, obliteration there. Menace, wow. I've not really seen this sort of a Lucian play before. Smiley Face X. I don't know. We could see, all these new Lucian players popping up around the Oceanic server after this game, or at least in the competitive scene. Who I'm sure we've got a few players potentially watching as well now. But I don't know. Smiley Face, he's certainly got me convinced.
He does. It's just a matter of what he's going to get next. He got that BF sword now. I don't know what he could possibly build. Maybe a Bloodthirster. I'm not sure. What do you think, Gogo?
Yeah, I mean, if he did go for the Bloodthirster on top of the Blade of the Ruined King, he'd be very, very durable with all that lifesteal that he'd have from that one. Of course, he could just opt for some more sort of flat damage, something like an Infinity Edge into a Phantom Dancer after that. But I actually like the idea of a Bloodthirster next, just to really help him with all of those ratios. And he's in the point at the moment where he can afford to get it, and his team's so far ahead that it should work out for him.
Look at Smiley Face and Teals trying to bait something out here, letting Aviator just farm by himself in this bottom turret, and they're sitting in the brush patiently. We'll have to see. Oh, there we go. Teals comes out. A crescendo over the top does land on the Shreddy. Shreddy gets burst down significantly from Smiley Face, and Smiley Face picks up the kill with that culling.
A drive-by shooting there from Smiley Face down the bottom lane. Oh, Fabulous is caught.
He does get caught. Xerath lands a nice stun. Vault Breaker misses. Cataclysm over the back onto Teals, but there is Smiley Face going to answer with that one. EQ over the top. A flash from Smiley Face does pick up the kill. The light bite, the final spark not going to be enough, and a double kill for Lucian as well. Will this be a triple? A flash away from smooth move on that Xerath. Smiley Face just closing in so quickly. Triple kill. Get the quadra as well. Shock is there on that Renekton. And Smiley Face can taste it right now. So close. There's ultimate under tower, but Shock doesn't want to give it away. Oh, Equalizer from Ballasta. Flash out from Shocks and right into Fabulous.
Oh no, and Smiley Face X, he's in a duel. Ooh.
Oh, he is in a duel. Does eventually dash away from Shrandy. And I think that Smiley Face hasn't got that red buff, so it was taken away. A flash from Shrandy on Ezreal again. And look at the final spark across the top. Doesn't quite land onto Ezreal, but so close.
That was just by a sliver there that it missed. Although, this isn't good for Teals.
Nope, Teal's in a lot of trouble. Blaster comes in to save the day. Teal's completely zero mana. Aqua Prison doesn't quite land. Lord Fabulous coming in, throws out a Light Binding, doesn't land on anyone either. And now AVANT-GARDE Redemption on the back foot, having to run away. A little bit of speed boost there from Teal's. A Light Binding over the back just to try and secure this. Xerath does land a bit of poke, but AVANT-GARDE got to back away.
That's right there. So, when that's all said and done, we've got a bit of a lull in the action now. The score is 14-2 in kills. The gold is about 10k in favour of AVANT-GARDE Redemption. They are looking dominant in this first game of this best-of-3 series. Now, taking the dragon as well. Smiling Face X, he's 7-0-2 on Lucian. We've got Fabulous on that Lux in the mid lane, 3-0-2. They're going back. They've got so much gold to spend. Smiley Face with 2.7k in the bank. Just straight, or almost straight off the shelf, gets an Infinity Edge.
There you go. Goes for the Infinity Edge. So Bloodthirst, a bad call from me. But yeah, gets for that extra attack damage and that huge amount of crit strike from the Infinity Edge, which will be huge on all those attacks that he'll be throwing out. So more and more damage on the Lucian, and Ezreal just falling further and further behind. Especially now, this is where Blue Ezreal can really struggle in that mid-game stage. So it's a really, really unfortunate situation for them.
Yeah, look, that mana immune is on 328 out of 750 mana, so that's still got a long time to stack up before it turns into that mirror mana. He hasn't even got a Sheen yet. He's still got the Vamp Scepter hanging in the inventory as well. It's just not a very powerful Ezreal at the moment. So it looks like AVANT-GARDE, they're just going to brute force their way through this turret.
They are just going to easily get that one. No even fight from the guys on No Chance. So although Bags of Swag looking like the front line right now, Redecton has got his ultimate up. Everybody is ready for a fight. Lucian's throwing out as much poke as possible. This is where Xerath can really come into play. And look at the bottom lane though, just pushing in towards those Nexus turrets, forcing players away from the mid lane. Not going to be able to defend it as effectively as they would like. So the pressure just mounting up over No Chance.
Yeah, that's right there. And, No Chance, if we take a look at what they have going for them in this situation, they've got Xerath at least, even though Smooth Move only has 139 AP, that's sort of some vague form of long-range wave clear. But I don't know, at this stage, it's reached a point where Avant, if they want to, they could just dive straight under any of these Nexus turrets and, almost definitely win the ensuing 5v5, as long as they don't, stuff up majorly.
Very true. Renekton taking a ton of damage as he slices and dices his way through, trying to just keep those minions away from the turret. And again, AVANT-GARDE Redemption just want to keep that pressure and people focus on this mid lane. Smiley Face sneaking in for an auto attack on the tower and dashing away.
Yeah, that's right. And it looks like AVANT-GARDE's, maybe rotating up towards that top lane. That is the only second tier outer tower left on the team on Team No Chance's side of the map. But look at this, they may even just try for the Baron.
They will, and they'll easily get this one. They do have a ward over towards the race, so I'll see him coming through right now. J4 Renekton leading the way towards his Baron. Ezreal's not even there, so if they do decide to fight, there is a Light Binding as well as a Final Spark over the top. Equalizer as top of that, and the Tidal Wave just knocking a few people up, trying to use that for a disengage. Vi picks up a kill on J4. Now the Vault Breaker onto Shock. And Aviator keeps chasing him down. Lucian picks up a kill on Nanami. He's completely unstoppable. 8-0-3 on Smiley Face. Smiley Face coming through and slice and dice away from that. Shock does get slowed from Balasta on the Rumble. Ignite just going to take him down. Rumble does take the kill. Smiley Face trying to steal it. And now Smooth Move wants to get a kill on the Smiley Face. Uses the Blade of the Ruined King to take him out. And wow, huge plays from Smiley Face.
Yeah, Smiley Face, he's doing work on this Lucian right here. 9-0 and 470 CS on top of that. So he's, just looking so powerful in this game. He can probably, 1v2, 1v3 even at the moment. But we did actually see Smooth Move. Luckily, he managed to just get the kill onto Teals, but at the end of the day, it's the kill on the support, probably the member of Avant that he least wanted it on.
Oh, there's an Aqua Prison on the Balasta. First one I've seen all game. Final Light Binding as well as the Lucian Singularity takes out Nami, and then Lucian takes out J4. This is pretty much GG.
Yep. I think it's safe to say that as the assault and battery goes down.
On to Shock on Renekton. Aviator taking a fair amount of damage as well. The final spark over the top, getting Shocks very low. Ballasta flashes into them. There is a barrier coming out from Shrandy, and Zereth going in, looking to try and maybe pick up a kill onto Lux. There is a shutdown, but he gets crescendoed and deleted from the map as well. Lucian is completely beast mode, 11-0-5, has not died once in this entire game. Now looking to beat down on this Nexus turret, and well, so many minions, all inhibitors down. It's all over, Go-Go.
Yeah, that's right. And look, they're just trying at the moment, but look how much damage Smileyface is.
Oh, they shut him down after all that, but Shock's falling so low. He couldn't make it a perfect game, Go-Go.
Damn, that would have been awesome, I've got to say, but unfortunately not to be there. Bags of swag. Look at that. Is that a triple kill? That was a triple kill for Teals.
Teals.
That is the perfect way to end a game if you're Teals right there.
Oh wow, Ballasta used the last second Zhonya's and just walking away out of Smooth Move's ultimate as Assault and Battery goes in, takes him out. GG game 1 to Avant-Garde Redemption.
That was an amazing bit of play there. From Avant-Garde Redemption, you know, Team No Chance, it was almost right from the get-go when they got behind with, you know, that nice gank working up top lane for Ballasta and Aviator, and from there on, all of the lanes of Avant won, and, you know, even the jungle as well. Well played to Avant. Team No Chance, I know for sure that unless they change something, they're going to live up to their name in Game 2, Menace.
They will, so please stick around, guys. We'll be right back for Game 2. Alright guys, welcome back to Team Down TV's coverage of the Cybergamer League of Legends Pro Division. My name is Menace, and this match, and all the other Cybergamer matches actually, brought to you by our sponsors, M-Wave, AMD, BenQ, Western Digital, Sound Blaster, and G-School. Big shout out to those guys for making all of this possible. This is now Game 2 between Team No Chance over on the blue side and AVANT-GARDE Redemption. AVANT-GARDE Redemption taking away Game 1. And joining me once again tonight is Gogo.
Yes, good to be here, of course. And in that last game, for any of you just joining us, we did see AVANT-GARDE Redemption take it in a very, very smooth fashion against Team No Chance, of course, formerly N64 Knights, like you pointed out, Menace. At this game, I'm looking for N64 to change up, something, but they've just gone for not the exact same bans, but they've banned out nothing different. Vayne, Cassidy, and Elise taken out there. Oh. And they're going to let Smiley Face have his Lucian again. That's crazy.
No, they're not. They actually locked in Ezreal and Aatrox on AVANT-GARDE Redemption. The Vi stolen away.
Oh, okay. I'm a little bit behind. Yep.
Yeah, you are, yeah. But Aatrox, top lane Aatrox, I assume. I mean, who knows? Could be anything. But Velasa locking him in straight away, wants to pull it out. Feels that he can play it in this match. They had such a good one. Good first match. They want to try and roll with that. Smiley Face does get Ezreal, though. He does enjoy a bit of Ezreal. Doesn't want to play Lucian again. Maybe they're trying for a bit of a different composition. And we do see over there on Team No Chance, they do have an Ashe locked in now, Gogo.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, that Ezreal definitely, like you said, could be for a different composition. Remember, this is, the second game of the best of 3 series. This might be, maybe a game where AVANT-GARDE Redemption can try out, a few different picks to what they're normally used to. See if it works in this, top-tier competitive setting against, against Team No Chance. So we'll have to see about that one. But it looks like over on the No Chance side, we have so far got the Vi, Ashe, and what was the last lock-in? Or No Chance?
Well, they actually locked in Sona, so taking that away from Teals.
Okay, yeah, well, I quite like that lock-in, actually. Like you said, taking it away from Teals. Last game, I feel as though Teals is, really, really a huge part of that bot lane victory for AVANT-GARDE Redemption on that Sona. Just with, the fact that he was pretty much able to get Smiley Face free farm for the duration of the lane because of how much pressure he was putting on, the bot lane of Team No Chance. So I actually do like that pickup. As far as how Ashe Sona is as a lane, not the biggest amount of synergy between them, but lots of CC for team fights later on the No Chance side.
And I was about to say, I'd assume Teals picks up the Nami. He's an exceptional Nami player, lands some really good Aqua Prisons, and he has locked in the Nami, as well as their mid lane being picked up Lissandra. So, Fabulous going to play a bit of Lissandra, leaving that Lux alone. Doesn't really want to play it this game.
Yeah, looks like it, but I think we will be, locking in that Lissandra and Nami, like you said. So, I'm just trying to remember. I've definitely seen Lord Fabulous play that Lissandra before, and from memory, he was pretty good at it. I wouldn't be surprised, but looks like Team No Chance here. Thinking about that Gragas pick, I think it'll be a pretty, good pick for their lineup if they did decide, although they're hovering over a few different champions at the moment. Interesting, actually, Zed being left up all of tonight, and, we know in regions across the, across the entire League of Legends scene around the world, really, really value that Zed. So, but for now, though, No Chance. Still thinking about what they're going to pick last.
Yeah, I'm completely surprised. Zed has gone absolutely untouched for these first games, and this one again. So I do not see how Zed would fit into the composition that they have now, unless it's a jungle Zed or jungle Aatrox. But yeah, I think Zed's going to be all the way through. And what the heck is going on here?
Ooh.
Okay, so AVANT-GARDE Redemption have actually picked up Lucian again. So Smiley Face on Lucian, Fabulous on Ezreal. It's going to be Aatrox in the jungle and Lissandra in the top lane. I am way out of whack. They've confused us, and I believe they're trying to do that.
Oh, yep.
Yep. So that's what's happening. Wow, Aatrox jungle. I like it, Gogo.
I
Something
like
different.
this. Yep, definitely. And, Aatrox jungle, he's seen him play quite a lot over in the EU scene specifically. I know that Gambit's Diamond Prox really likes that Aatrox. So good to see him being picked up here by Aviator on the Avant side. But, yeah, I'm really excited for this team comp of Avant-Garde Redemption. Obviously, Team No Chance, up until that last pick, they were also probably thinking, it's going to be a smiley face Ezreal. We're probably going to have a mid lane Lissandra. They're probably going to pick some standard top laner like a Rumble or something like that. But boom, just like that, everything's switched, flipped up on its head. And I really, really love this sort of picking strategy here by Avant-Garde Redemption. Of course, we'll have to see how it works out. And whether Avant also do decide to keep their lanes vanilla, don't swap anything around. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out.
A very heavy AP team composition over there on Team No Chance. You've got, well, possibly, depends if Kennen does decide to go AD, as it is a thing now. So AP up in the top lane as well as the mid lane Ari. Now, do you think it is going to be an AP Ezreal? That'd be cool. I do enjoy seeing an AP Ezreal every now and then, but I dare say it's going to be AD, looking to be very aggressive. The double AD comps that you see around.
Yeah, that's right. And, I'm actually fairly interested. In fact, once I jump into the game there, I'm actually going to take a quick look at where are we? There we are, just clicking the spectator button there. Quick look at what runes Smooth Move has. So, Smooth Move on that Ari. Now, that's what I was a little bit worried about for Smooth Move. He does not have any armor on his rune page. And in his masteries, he's got the 3 armor, but that can be a really tough lane for Ari early on, especially if Lord Fabulous really looks to put down that pressure as an AD Ezreal, and really punish that choice of no armor runes there by Smooth Move. So it'll be a tough lane early on for Smooth Move, but if you can live through it. Lord Fabulous doesn't have barrier or cleanse or any defensive secondary summoner spell there on that is. And it will get to a point where Smooth Move can 100-0 Lord Fabulous, all things staying pretty even. So
both of them very mobile too.
Definitely, that's right. And this game, it's not only going to be Ari that's roaming around the map, looking to make kills happen. It's also going to be, I'd expect, Lord Fabulous on this Ezreal doing that as well. So I have to keep an eye on both of those guys in the mid lane.
I'm interested to see this Aatrox jungle. It'd be cool to see the kind of ganks that he's going to pull out, and if it's going to work. Vi is a strong pick. It seems to be coming into the favour, especially in this game. So
yeah.
Vi on Bags of Swag, and Lissandra top lane as well. It's just going to be cool to see what happens here, Go. Looking at team comps, you got a double AD possibly for Avant-Garde Redemption. Do you feel like the way they play, I feel anyway, it's really going to complement that style?
The only issue I see for Avant-Garde Redemption at the moment is that they're pretty much relying solely on Aviator to soak up the damage, in any 5-on-5 team fight. So we might see later on. Yes, Balasta on that Lissandra is going to be able to get in there. He's going to be able to initiate, and maybe once he works towards the Zonias, which I would like to see pretty early on, really. He can initiate and then just stay invulnerable for a few seconds. But if Aviator gets behind in his jungle, gets behind in items, then that could actually be really worrisome for Avant-Garde Redemption, because they're going to go into these fights with essentially 4 very, very squishy characters, and then Aatrox, then like maybe an underfarmed Aatrox. So what I want to see from this game from No Chance is lots of pressure on towards Aviator in the jungle. We'll have to see how that works though.
It's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. Let's just see how they do end up going, in the laning phase, and I'm interested to see how Fabulous is building too. Whether it is AP, I doubt it, but yeah. So
yeah,
we got Ari. I don't think there's going to be much level 1. I mean, there's not really huge amounts of CC. I mean, you've got a fair bit on Avant-Garde with Lissandra as well as Nami's Aqua Prison, but a lot more over there on the side of Team No Chance.
Yeah, that's right. And, No Chance, it'll be interesting to see, like you said, whether the shock on that cannon does decide to dip a little bit into an AD sort of role, but I probably wouldn't expect him to, just because it's going to be just bags of swag at the front lines for Team No Chance if he does decide to go AD. So he's probably just going to stick it, keep it vanilla, stick to the tried and tested AP cannon.
Now have a look at the items that Aviator's got. Doran's Blade to start, go.
Doran's Blade to start.
Oh, look at Ezreal
That's
as well.
interesting. That is interesting. I'll say that.
And yeah, look, APS.
You're right. You called it, Metas. I tell you what, I was not expecting that, and that is a fearsome APS, 44 AP at level 1. Jeez. Lord Fabulous, he's not messing around on this Ezreal.
He is not at all. So, you've got a good mix of ability power damage as well as attack damage and physical type damages on AVANT-GARDE Redemption. I really like the balance they have brought. Whereas, got fairly heavy AP comp on No Chance. So, I'd expect to see quite a few magic resist items from AVANT-GARDE Redemption. And now, No Chance just being very cautious, throwing in those skill shots into that brush, making sure that AVANT-GARDE Redemption aren't there, as they didn't have any sight of them.
Yeah, that's right there. And, we are going to be seeing a red start here from Bags of Swag. Of course, a nice ward from Avant is going to be seeing that one. But yeah, this mid lane is definitely going to be one to watch, because Lord Fabulous on that APS, it's going to be slightly more of a balanced matchup early on. Of course, he does still have lots of physical damage with the Mystic Shot. That's for sure. But going to be able to put maybe slightly a touch less pressure on Smooth Move than if he was AD.
That's for sure, especially looking at the resistances that Smooth Move does have. He has opted for the extra magic resist, the flat magic resist with the 42 to 20, like you were saying. So I really feel that Fabulous is going to have a hard time getting as much poke onto Ari and getting that early lane advantage that you would normally have with an AD mid as we head to a pause.
Yeah, and the great thing about Ezreal is that pretty much no matter what lane you stick him in the early levels, he's going to do really, really well. Just because that base damage on the Mystic Shot is so high, even if you're RAP and don't have any armor pen in runes or masteries whatsoever. And in fact, just taking a look at Lord Fabulous's stat sheet at the moment, yeah, no, he doesn't. So he's a full APS. I'll be interested to see what he actually, itemizes towards once he does get some gold saved up. I'm questioning, he might look. He probably won't actually look for the early tier. The more I think about it, because, an APS probably with that Doran's ring, maybe something like a Sheen, which he might turn later into a Lich Bane. He's probably going to have enough mana anyway, but. The thing is, there's lots of options open for Lord Fabulous at the moment, and I think he's just going to build, to how the game calls for.
Oh, down bottom lane, though. A nice Aqua Prison onto Shrandy, falling very low. Smiley Face gets exhausted. Nice exhaust there from Vaki on Sona. And now they just want to keep going down. There's the Ignite ticking down. Flash away into his own turret and will escape with his life, but barely.
Yeah, that was very, very close there. And just shows you already before, it's not even 3 minutes into the game there, and we actually have Aviator up in the top lane looking for a gank on Shock.
Yeah, look at Balasta's playstyle. Very aggressive, though. Shock made sense coming in. Does get the knockup from Aatrox. Flashes away. Shock's got the red buff as well. Ignite, and it's going to be a first blood for Aatrox this time, not Balasta.
Yeah, that's great news for AVANT-GARDE Redemption. A kill onto Aatrox is actually going to help them quite a lot. Like I said before, building up that sort of tanky Aatrox, which they do need at their front line, definitely helpful for them. Great gank by Aviator.
Very good gank, and it's going to help out Lissandra so much. This bottom lane, also very far in the lead right now. A 17-6 CS advantage. That's pretty huge at 4 minutes in. I mean, that's a lot of missed CS. And now Shrandy going to be farming under the turret could be proving a little bit more difficult than he had hoped. As you can see there, one turret hit on the caster minions is just not enough to bring them low enough. And Shrandy actually having to use his volley to CS as best he can.
Yeah, great play by the bottom lane of AVANT-GARDE Redemption, recognizing that Shrandy, playing that Ashe, of course, very vulnerable to getting pushed up to his turret.
Mid lane.
Ooh.
Flash there from Smooth Move. Aviator just missing the knock-up. So close there. That Dark Flight doing a ton of damage. He's got his both red and blue buff just going around causing havoc at the moment. And again, No Chance really on the back foot.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like down the bottom lane, Shrandy caught up a little bit in CS. So seeing a little bit of trading happening down there. But these lanes resetting it. Ooh, we're actually seeing bags of swag coming around the back of the mid lane.
He does. There's an arcane shift towards the turret. In comes Aviator. He's not that far away though. Will he be able to use that Dark Flight to get close enough? Smooth Move is very low. Look at Aviator. Whoa, lands the Blades of Torment there. So just more and more poking. Not really much fun right now for Ari, and Aviator taking this opportunity to take down the Wraiths. And they're going to know that he did that. He just used his skill over the wall, so by knowing exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's right there. So taking a look, Lord Fabulous having a very easy time in this.
Oh, Acro Prism bottom lane. Shrandy falling very low. Flashes out. There we go. Smiley Face using the flash and a barrier as well. Smiley Face picks up the kill as well. Will he be able to make this a double? Smiley Face has got 0 mana. And nice work there. Nice Acro Prison as well as using all the summoners mixed in there.
Yeah, that's right. And Smiley Face, of course, still has his barrier available to him. But, like we saw in the first game, just complete domination of this bottom lane. And I don't really like that tier pick up there by Shrandy. When you're losing lane, not really too hard already, but tier, it's certainly not going to do any favours, and I definitely expect AVANT-GARDE Redemption's bottom lane to capitalise on that and further deny Shrandy from CS.
Yeah, 0 offensive stats on a tier is not going to help, especially if you are that far behind. Already having 0-1-0, Lucian having that kill really an advantage as you see Vi now walking around that tri-brush, but I think it's time for Smiley Face and Teals maybe to head back. I'm not sure. They're just sort of waiting around the back of this creep wave to come through. Perhaps one more creep wave before he gets in. He does have 1100 gold, so he might be waiting just to buy a BF sword nice and early. And Shocks, ultimate from Ballista right under turret. It's just not enough to burst him down.
No, that's right. But, Shock definitely feeling the pressure of this Lissandra up in the top lane. And, going back to the bottom lane again, I think Smiley Face and Teals recognise that they don't really need to go back to, to stay competitive in this lane to deny CS from Shrandy, but they might be going back soon, not voluntarily. The Smooth Move's here.
Smooth Move is here. Aqua Prison from Teals is spot on. It's going to be enough. There is the ulti from Ari. It's not going to be enough to be able to catch them and do the damage needed. A slow from Sona onto Smiley Face, and wow, Teals on point.
Definitely Teals, doing work in this bottom lane. Very nice defensive Aqua Prison like we just saw there. In the meantime, bags of swag actually. Looks like Aviator's going to run into Smooth Move.
Yeah, it doesn't quite land the Dark Flight. Ezreal throws an ultimate down from the mid lane. Doesn't quite land either, but Aviator decides to back out.
Yeah, and in fact, just taking a quick look at Lord Fabulous's first buy, he's actually decided to go for the Sheen, like we suspected he might be going for. Offers him a lot of very useful stats on the APS.
Another Aqua Prison just landing on the edge there of Ashe. Teals is just saying, I can land these. You guys can try and dodge as much as you want, but you will be in big trouble. See, there's the slow. Gives him that advantage. Gets that auto attack off from landing with the Tide Caller's Blessing, and more control down in this bottom lane. Go.
Yeah, that's right there. Teals doing work as well. So this bottom lane, it's actually surprising that the CS difference is only 9 at the moment at this 8-minute stage of the game. It's still a pretty nice lead for AVANT-GARDE Redemption to have, but maybe would have expected it to be just a touch more. But that definitely goes to show you that Shrandy doing a good job of getting what CS he actually can down in this bottom lane.
He is. He's not that far behind. 10 CS at 8 minutes is not huge, but it's still, it's considerable. And Smiley Face has still got a lot of gold in the bank.
Yeah, he has, in fact. Still got 1,900 gold in the bank. So next time he goes back, I'd definitely say he's going to be picking up a, as we said, gank fail in the top lane, a BF sword, and maybe something else, maybe some consumables. Oh! Ash Arrow goes down.
There is the Assault and Battery straight onto Teals. Teals is not level 6, he is level 6, that's right out the ultimate, but it's going to get taken down from the Old Breaker. Smiley Face just trying to maybe clean up here a little bit. Ezreal picks up a kill onto Ari in the mid lane. Wow, completely full health. I don't think that Aatrox didn't even help with that one, didn't even get an assist, so Fabulous just 1v1ing Ari.
Fabulous is doing work in this middle lane, 72 CS to 54, and look at that, how comfortably he can just destroy Smooth Move on this on that Ari. And that's obviously what, he's picked out Ezreal for, just complete and utter dominance in the laning phase, and really capitalizing on that lack of armor, coming out of Smooth Move with that Sheen as well. So I love the way that Fabulous is playing at the moment. It's really helping Avant to build on their lead, which at the moment is a little bit under 2k gold.
It is now. It's been an item in the game for a little while now. In this game, we're talking about Nami actually having a mana manipulator go-go.
A mana manipulator, yeah, it's a pretty interesting pickup there by Teals. Obviously, like we were talking about before, Smiley Face X on this Lucian, he is going to be using a lot of mana in the lane and potentially running out of it. So, who knows? He might have just said to Teals, "Yo, buy me a mana manipulator for the lane," something like that. So.
Yeah, it could be the new thing, Lucian mana manipulator. I mean, +5 mana regen, it really is minimal. And Aatrox now getting charmed in this mid lane. In comes Vi. He does have that passive up. Do not forget, he does get taken down. There's the passive, and now Bags of Swag wanting to go aggressive again. Lord Fabulous just returning to lane and warding them off.
Yeah, that's right. And when we do see Teals turn that mana manipulator into a shard of true ice later on, that's definitely going to help them. Although down the bottom lane.
Yeah, another Aqua Prison landing onto Sona. Sona taking tons more damage. Once again from Smiley Face on that Lucian. Doing her best to get it back up to full health, using her heals there, but Smiley Face just continuously pounding down on this turret. And there is Vi walking straight over top of ward.
Yeah, so we've actually got the pings that came out from Team No Chance onto Lord Fabulous in that middle lane, but he's got that Arcane Shift available to him. He's going to be pretty mobile, very hard to gank as well. So, at the moment we've got every single lane and the jungle winning for AVANT-GARDE Redemption. Not as hard, although
Crescendo does land though. Aqua Prison as top of the tidal wave, taking down Sona within seconds. Go. Completely removed.
He just got deleted. Completely deleted from that one. Like, it's just speechless, the amount of Aqua Prisons, the accuracy of those, that, the snipe almost hit almost killed
Mid lane
Shrandy,
now, there's a charm under turret. Ezreal picks up another kill Ignite, doing a bit of damage there, and just being outplayed in general is amazing.
He didn't even have True Shot Barrage from that one, unless a True Shot Barrage
was hit earlier.
Also hit earlier onto Smooth Move. Oh, okay, it was. Wow. So, Lord Fabulous, I think he accidentally hit Shrandy with that True Shot Barrage as well, and almost killed him. This is absolutely insane. It looks like, AVANT-GARDE turning that advantage into a dragon. So a few more objectives for them. They haven't actually pushed down any of Team No Chance's turrets at the moment. So that's what No Chance do have going for them. But I don't think it'll be too long before AVANT-GARDE, swoop in on a turret and decide they want to take it.
Yeah, everybody going back now, and they'll be picking up some big items. Let's see, Lichbane straight away, as you called it, Go on Ezreal. That very AP heavy Ezreal. I haven't seen an AP Ezreal in a long time. So it's good to see something different come out. Mana Manipulator still down on Nami. She is going straight for the Sightstone first of all. Doesn't have any gold per 10. Neither does Sona though. Sona not having very much fun at all. Only having the Sightstone by itself. And how's this top lane going? We haven't really seen much action up here apart from that first blood. Blaster just farming pretty well under turret. Has a Negatron Cloak as well as a Chalice of Harmony. So he's able to sustain in lane quite easily. Got himself that a few health potions as well.
Yeah, Blast having a very easy time up in this top lane here. It's pretty much just two ranged mages hitting each other. Blaster, of course, winning out on those trades. And Shock just having to play so careful at the moment. He can be dived if he gets too close to Blaster.
So true. And first Aqua Prison I haven't seen hit all game pretty much. I mean, there's been a few actually that are just not in, around, but that one would have been very crucial to picking up that one as the bottom turret eventually falls. There's no wards around, and Fabulous, oh, there we go, throw down a pink ward. Fabulous wants to come in and gank. There is so much vision in this enemy jungle for AVANT-GARDE Redemption. In the top lane, though, I completely missed it. Blaster picking up a kill on Cannon Go-Go.
Yeah, great pickup there, and like we suspected, there's just no way that Shock could stay in that lane.
Mid lane now, Aviator get forced into the passive, does flash away, and there is the kill coming out from Ari, and Aviator just going so aggressive, but look down here, and now completely dead. Doesn't even get the crescendo off.
No, could not finish the chord there, and at the moment it looks like Avant sort of moving towards this middle lane, maybe looking to get the turret, but Smiley Face, he's pretty content just to head back down bot. And one thing which I've actually just noticed is Shrandy on this Ashe is going for the Spirit of the Elder Lizard. And to be quite frank, I've never seen that on any Ashe before, and I think there is actually a good reason for that, especially when when Shrandy here has also got that Tear of the Goddess, that mana regen stat for it, not really coming into effect. Health regen, kind of got Vaki there on the Sona to help sustain in lane. I'm not convinced at all with that pickup.
Nah, neither am I, especially since they're in the same situation as they were last game, Go-Go, with the Blue Ezreal. This is where, Ashe or Blue Ezreal with this kind of build is going to fall down in the mid-game stage, and this is where they really need to pick up and turn it around. Unfortunately, a quote-unquote blue Ashe, I guess, would come through, but I mean, have a look at attack damage, 119 on Ashe. There is the arrow, completely dodged by Smiley Face as well as Teals. Doesn't even care. So as I was saying, yeah, let's compare 177 attack damage to 119 on Ashe.
Yep.
That's pretty big.
Oh, and Smiley Face is going for the drive-by as Avant take down that turret in the middle lane and in the top lane. This is just, systematic destruction of, of objectives of everything that Team No Chance has at the moment. AVANT-GARDE Redemption, they're taking this game at a bit of a slower pace, but by no means looking any worse. They are looking great so far. 3 turrets to 0, gold lead about 7k, and they're playing just as well as they were in the first.
That's very true. I mean, the sort of action that's happening is not attributed to AVANT-GARDE's aggressiveness. It's more to No Chance's defensiveness. They know how bad it is. And there's this Bolt Breaker straight down onto Lord Fabulous. Fabulous gets shut down. In comes Kennen as well. Picks up a kill onto Aatrox. So 2 kills there for 0 in this bottom half of the river for them.
Yeah, so that's a really, really good set of pickups there. 14 No Chance. In the meantime, though, of course, look at this Blaster putting some damage down onto that top tower. It looks like Team No Chance have just decided to maybe sacrifice that tower, though they're actually sending Shock to take that, to defend that one, whilst the rest of them take down this outer middle tower. So a bit of a tower trade there for Team No Chance.
I love you too, Snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles is back, telling me that he loves me. All right. So yeah, that mistake has cost AVANT-GARDE Redemption quite dearly, Go-Go. They're going to get a second turret as well. Maybe Aviator wants to get a True Shot Barrage over the top. They do get the second tier turret, but now they're on the back foot. Look at Lyssandra's going to cut them off completely here. Will Blaster be able to turn? They decide to turn around, throw the arrow straight onto Aviator. Aviator falls so low, gets completely killed. This turnaround all the way for them. Lucian in the bottom lane, though, in big trouble. There's a tidal wave over the top. Blaster actually flashes it. Crescendo doesn't quite land on anybody. Blaster now chasing down Ari. Does land the ultimate. Smooth moves in big trouble. Over the top, Teals picks up a kill on Devi, though. Really good work from him. And just taking up this Ashe. And there it is. An almost ace for AVANT-GARDE.
Well, and that just makes everything which Team No Chance do. It kind of reverses it. No Chance, they had that nice lead. Well, they sort of got those few turrets in the middle lane. Advantage. I tell you what, sometimes I don't even know, but Advantage had that nice advantage by getting those 2 turrets in the middle lane, threw it all away in that little engagement there. And when that's all said and done, the gold lead has actually been extended in Avant-Garde Redemption's favour to about 8k gold at the moment. And, 8k gold before 20 minutes into the game, that's actually a lot of gold. So, any sort of 5v5 fights, like, we saw there, it wasn't even a fair fight, but Avant-Garde Redemption, they still destroyed Team No Chance.
They did. I mean...
Oh, smiley face!
Smiley face!
He gets it!
Oh, wow, that's a huge play there. Fabulous. Oh, gets destroyed as well. And as Blaster gets taken out at 2, wow, that's just a huge turnaround. I just look away for 2 seconds and all that action happens.
Yeah, very, very costly mistake there from Avant. Smiley face, yes, he was able to pick up that kill, but sort of baited the rest of his team into dying there. So when it's all said and done, that was actually 3 kills and a dragon for Team No Chance, and only 1 kill picked up by Avant-Garde Redemption. So they'll definitely be happy with that one. Of course, they still are a little bit, far behind. But what Team No Chance's team is great at doing is it is fantastic at getting those picks. An Ash Arrow into a combo from Smooth Move on that Ari, that's almost a guaranteed kill. And unless Avant can respond before that target drops down, which will probably be almost instantly, then they still are very much in this game.
They are indeed stealing away buffs left, right, and center. So No Chance trying to claw their way back into this game. They still are 7,000 gold behind here, Gogo. It's going to take a few more of those mistakes, I guess, from Avant-Garde Redemption. We're really back in the lead, but I mean, I'm not discounting them from this game yet. Yeah,
no, I've just noticed it is actually a full blue build from Shrandy on this Ash here. You got the Boots of Lucidity going there as well, so I think Shrandy might be forgetting that he's Ash. I think he thinks that he's Ezreal this game, but it's actually being played by Lord Fabulous, so who knows.
Didn't get a chance to play blue Ezreal. I'll just play a blue Ash instead. Caster Ash all day. I mean, it's not bad. You could, very similar in ways. You can throw off a lot of the arrows, try and get as much engaged as possible. I mean, let's have a look. 67-second cooldown's pretty low.
Yeah, that is pretty good. But the issue is for them that there's not many options when they even want to engage. They're probably not going to be wanting to engage every 64 seconds at all. So, although they're engaging now.
They are. Smiley face getting targeted. Ash Arrow as well. Kenneth throws out the ulti in the middle. Aviator just diving away. There's the passive crescendo over the top. Doesn't quite affect him in the middle of that. He's untargetable. Bags of Swag gets taken down by Smiley face, but Avant-Garde Redemption in a lot of trouble here. There's the exhaust onto Smiley face. He does have the blue buff. He'll be able to throw out as much damage as possible. Balasta now throws out the ultimate on himself, almost picking up a kill, and Sona takes down Lucian there. Aviator in the back does get taken down by Ash as well. This is huge. Go. And look at Balasta, wants to just get a little bit more blood teals, and Ari wasn't even there.
Yeah, I think Smooth Move got very low from that fight and maybe backed off after that one. But when it's all said and done, that was a 3-for-2, I do believe, in favour of Team No Chance. So that engage onto, I think it was Lord Fabulous with that Ash Arrow. Like we said, all it takes is an Ash Arrow and Ari combo. Boom, you've got yourself a 4v5. And that was a 4v5 that Team No Chance played really, really well. And the positioning of Avant-Garde Redemption was just a little bit off. They all kind of clumped up, and stood in that ulti from Shock, the slicing maelstrom, and really got dealt around by all of the rest of the AoE on the Int 64 Knights, as they are formerly known.
Yeah, on No Chance. That, I mean, 1 or 2 more fights like that going in No Chance's favour for Avant-Garde, that could be very fatal for this game. It could be really big trouble. And now Bags of Swag using the Vault Breaker to dash over the wall, and Avant-Garde Redemption still trying to push the advantage that they do have just. I mean, it's really hard. So, I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, and like we talked about in the in the sort of pre-game in the picks and bans, the issue with Avant's team is that they don't have many super strong frontline damage soaks. Whereas Team No Chance had Bags of Swag on that Vi. He's got himself a Lock of the Iron Slayer, Spirit of the Ancient Golem. He's pretty tanky. Avant have Aviator, who's got Zerka Greaves, the Bilgewater Cutlass, not quite at the same level of of bulkiness and he can't really just dive in there and get away scot-free to these fights. Not to mention, you know, in 64, Shrandy on that Ash has very strong, you know, light disengage with that volley as well. So
yeah, a lot of control with the fights and kiting potential.
definitely.
Now, AVANT-GARDE still trying to get a few skirmishes out through the jungle, so not really pushing down the lanes anymore. So that didn't work for them previously. So they've said, all right, let's stick to the jungles. Maybe we can pick someone off nice and easily that way as they're farming through. And you can see Smiley Face is now just waiting in this bottom lane. Ari maybe looking to intercept somebody, just sitting in that brush. Decides, nope, no one's coming. I'm going to go and try and 1v1 this Lucian. And maybe they didn't even see each other.
Maybe. But, you know, Smiley Face X, he does have that barrier available, so smooth move. Even with that Deathfire Grasp, you know, we'll struggle to 100 to 0 Smiley Face unless he can hit absolutely everything. But, oh no, we've got Bags of Swag caught out.
He does, but look at it, do minimal damage to him right now. Aatrox doesn't have that much on his. Smiley Face, though, a little bit out of position, dashes away, resets himself, trying to steal away Rev Buff here. I don't think they got it. I think maybe Vi took it away. She did, so they're just stealing a little race away from the Rev Buff.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, Balasta getting dived onto there by Shock.
Flashes over the wall. There is the Assault and Battery. And the ultimate from Balasta over the top. Sorry, there's the Assault and Battery. That was actually a Vault Breaker. And Aatrox comes in. Doesn't quite land the knock-up. There's the Zonya's Hourglass on top. Balasta falls so low. Aviator does have that passive up right now. And that is big trouble for them. Lucian in the bottom lane, though. This is going to be a split push. And Fabulous just trying to do as much damage as possible. Jumps at the flash. And look at all the guys from... No chance to push this middle turret down as Vi will head back and try and defend this bottom turret, Go-Go. Oh, I think Smiley's in trouble.
Definitely going to need to there. And yeah, the rest of Team No Chance are collapsing onto Smiley Face X, it seems. And we've got to see pretty careful play here by Smiley if he doesn't want to get caught out.
Oh, there is a tidal wave. Teals getting caught out as well. And having to use the ulti there, that's not fun at all. Ignite was ticking around on him. It's so low. Smiley Face is just so deep in their jungle. They haven't really even bothered with him. He is still pretty beast mode, though. Yeah.
No, he definitely is. He's going 4-2-2 this game. Not quite that 9-1 that we saw in Game 1, but I definitely think that Team No Chance, they're showing that they've learned from Game 1, learned from Smiley Face's Lucian, how he played it, and responding in a slightly better way. Of course, this game, I think it's safe to say that Avant were more loose in their picks. This APS might be something that Lord Fabius likes playing solo queue, something like that, and just said, oh yeah, I'll give it a crack in this game. And of course, we're seeing one of the weaknesses of APS at the moment, where he doesn't actually have any form of CC at all whatsoever, and that is really what Avant have been struggling to get down so far in this game.
I can imagine Fabulous saying that exactly as you said. Yeah, I'll play Israel. I can do this. It's exactly what I'd expect from Lord Fabulous, and nothing less. AP Israel trying the best. He's not doing too badly. 5-3-2. I mean, it's not working out for them in these recent team fights, though. As you see, the last few going in the way of Team No Chance. The gold lead still in AVANT-GARDE Redemption's favour. I mean, the turrets really are telling a different story to what we're seeing in the gameplay or the maps. Now, look at this battle of the supports going on here between Sona and Nami.
Oh, that's right there, Vaki. Just taking a bit of punishment, but dealing some as well. So it looks like in this state of... I'm actually slightly confused as to why Smiley Face X is really intent on getting this split push happening at the moment. But it looks like he actually may even run into Smooth Move here.
Oh, there's an arrow from Ash as well as a cannon. Flash engaged. Still not quite landing on anybody. Does throw out Zonya's Hourglass. Balasta in the middle of the... Ari takes out Lucian in the back. That's where their damage is coming from. Crescendo as well. Kennen picks up the kill onto Aatrox. Kennen eventually does fall to Balasta. To Nami on the tails. And Balasta getting taken out from Ash. Ezreal at the back. You're going to have to do some real work here, Lord Fabulous. This could go to a Game 3, Go-Go.
Oh, it certainly could go to a game 2 the way that that No Chance are playing at the moment, and also the way Avant-Garde have kind of slid up a little bit. You know, the gold is still well in Avant-Garde's favour, but you know, that doesn't really mean anything when they're all caught out. And look at that smooth move on this Ari. He's redeemed himself from that you know, slightly disappointing laning phase. He's doing work now.
He has caught up 7-3 and 3. That's a lot on an Ari. DFG as well as the Abyssal Scepter, and they're very low, possibly looking at Baron. Probably not though.
Maybe not. Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see about that one there, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, harking back to that last team fight, I'm really confused as to why Avant are sending Smiley Face to split push that bottom lane at the moment, when I feel as though he would be a lot more of a threat if you know, if he was actually in team fights, because the issue is for AVANT-GARDE Redemption that No Chance have that Ash Arrow, so anytime they want, at the snap of the fingers, they got that cooldown reduced Ash Arrow, in fact, you know, No Chance can just go straight onto AVANT-GARDE Redemption, and, you know, they're going to lose the ensuing 4v5. So, and there we are. But
there's an Ash Arrow landing on Teals. That's a huge range, so it's going to be stuns forever. Teals just getting obliterated, and this is bad news for AVANT-GARDE Redemption. There's the Assault and Battery straight down onto Ballasta. Ballasta is trying his best. The tier 1 turret is still up. I don't think he's going to be very safe under it. There's the ultimate from Ezreal coming across the top. And Aatrox does come in here. This could be big trouble for the guys on No Chance. Shock. A clutch Zhonya's Hourglass. And Ezreal steals that one away. There's the passive from Aviator. Look where Lucian is again. Go so far in the bottom lane. Can't even really help out here. Aviator. A smooth move is now completely unstoppable. That top turret is going to fall so quickly. And well, Lucian, where are you at, man?
yeah. Exactly. I'm not too sure at all what Avant is trying to achieve here with this split push Lucian. I mean, all that Team No Chance have to do is you know, tell Shrandy to click R, and boom, they win. You know, they win the game without a you know, without a 5-man response from AVANT-GARDE Redemption. So great play, of course, by Team No Chance. Oh, that was so close to hitting.
That was clutch. And now Smiley Face wants to do some work. Crescendo over the back. They're going to have to go very deep if they want to engage. There's a tidal wave, though. Does knock up all of the guys from No Chance. And now Lucian going in, not Lucius. And he will have to, yep, just sit there and defend. So they don't get the inhibitor, they just get the turret.
Okay, so that's not a terrible outcome for AVANT-GARDE Redemption when it's all said and done. You know, that inhib being open, yes, it's, you know, slightly disappointing, but the fact is they're still ahead in gold, which, of course, like we've seen, doesn't actually mean anything if you know, you get 4v5'd and picked off and 1v1 when you're trying to split push. But they're not, you know, they're by no means out of this game, or even behind at the moment. So wait and see. And we've actually seen that nice big pickup actually of the Blade of the Ruined King picked out there by Aviator on that jungle Aatrox. And I've got to say, not really working out how I think Avant wanted it to at this point in the game. 1-7-3 hasn't really been having much of a positive impact for Avant at this 32-minute stage.
No, not now. Looking back at earlier on, it really was working for them. But I think, as you touched on a little bit before, there is no real front line for them. There's no one to get in there, soak up all that damage. I mean, Aviator does have the passive, so he can use it a bit as well as Blaster, but it's just not working out. I mean, used in combination, maybe. They need to just engage with Lissandra as well as Aviator and try and soak up CC, try and get as much damage out, use their invulnerability type moves, you know, the Frozen Tomb from Lissandra, as well as the passive from Aatrox to try and mitigate some of that damage, and then let Lucian just fire through at the back. But that's not been happening, Gogo.
No, you're right. And at the moment, though, it looks like we may even be seeing the engage soon. If Team No Chance do want to go for it, they didn't want to you know, try that risky Baron. So good decision there. But at this point in time, AVANT-GARDE Redemption have to be very, very careful, because one wrong move, you know, one little bit of mispositioning from any of their key, you know, key targets, pretty much anyone that isn't Aviator, and an Ash Arrow could fly out of them, and that could be game at this point.
It could be. I mean, look at the goal difference. Still in advantage of AVANT-GARDE Redemption, but the play tells a different story. The way the teams are really poisoning themselves and carrying out team fights is just all in No Chance's favour. And look at this. This is where they're going to try and bait. Well, not really bait, but try and catch someone by surprise. They better not face check the brushes. And look, yeah, AVANT-GARDE Redemption. Maybe a little bit too experienced. I'll eat my own words right now as Ballasta does throw in that. And wow, Aviator does get caught out after prison, knocking them up. I mean, they did check it, but it just wasn't enough, Go-Go.
Yeah, that's right there. And, you know, when you're when the tankiest member of your team checks a brush like that and gets dropped almost instantly. I think that was probably less than a second that Aviator got dropped in. That is really, really bad news for AVANT-GARDE. And, you know, now that Aviator is down, he's down for 43 seconds. That is at the very least that open top inhibitor. If AVANT get caught out by anything else as well as that, then it could be the game.
I think it may be. We do have a pause. Fabulous has disconnected. Won't be long before he is back. But I think, yeah, this is quite possibly going to go to a game 3 unless some big things happen. I don't think it's going to happen, though. They'd have to push all the way down the bottom turret to really get that advantage. I mean, the items are really telling the story here. Like you said, no front line, as well as Aatrox just really not tanky enough to survive the onslaught from the guys on No Chance. So this top inhibitor is completely gone.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, having something like a split pushing AD with all the CS that Smiley Face has, you know, he's got 332 CS. That's all well and good. But the issue is, as an AD, it doesn't matter if you've got, five damage items in your build and you do insane amounts of damage if your front line falls apart in 2 seconds. So that's what we're seeing here. Even though AVANT has a lot of gold, looks like Lord Fabulous there reconnecting a little bit and disconnecting. But yeah, even though AVANT has a lot of gold, onto the AD carry, onto Smiley Face X, it just can't really be put to use in these fights. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. What I want to see out of AVANT is, something crazy like I want maybe a Warmogs to be picked up there by Aviator. I mean, I think he's working towards maybe a Banshee's Veil or something like that at the moment. But, they just need to beef up.
Well, he's had that Giant's Belt for a long time, as well as that Spectre's Cow. So, I don't know. He went for the Blade of the Ruined King instead of a defensive item. And hopefully now, Fabulous has got his has got his internet issues sorted out. But Smet points out a really good point here. All the gold lead is on Lucian, so at the moment, pretty much. So they've been fighting without him, like we've been saying. They really just need to use Lucian to their best advantage. But one man down, 43 seconds in, and they're just right at that top inhibitor. Vi going straight for it. Minions to the side. They're going to help out a bit, but it's not going to be much. This is going to be a free inhibitor.
Yeah, AVANT can't contest this. If they do, it will be GG for sure, 100%.
Oh, wow, look at the poke, though, as we say that. That's so much poke. Fabulous landing a really nice ulti there. And there's a flash crescendo, but look at the tidal wave over the back from Teals. Oh. Is it going to be enough shock over the back through the ultimate, ticking down onto him? And now Fabulous falling so low. You're going to have to get away. And Kenan picks up a kill onto Lissandra. But will it be enough to defend them? There is the middle inhibitor back up. The charm on a Smiley Face. This is going to be pretty much the end of him. And this is going to be the end of the game now, Go-Go.
Yeah, almost definitely. I mean, they probably could decide to... Oh, Lord Fabulous. He's going down.
Double kill. Aatrox is now back in the fight, but it's not going to be enough. He's not going to be able to duel pretty much freely with Vi. The only person he probably can duel with at the moment and survive. And now, No Chance beating down on these Nexus turrets. Teals forcing the flash out from Vi. She did get ignited there and took a lot of damage from the turret. Almost picking up a kill there. Look how slow Bags of Swag is. But second turret down as well. Teals comes in. There's Aatrox looking to try and get a few kills. There's a passive goes off. Double kill. Teals doing so much work. Aviator comes in and dies. So close. Lissandra now joining the fight. Shut down onto her, and Vaki trying his best to take down the Nexus. But this game is still going.
It is still going. That was a pretty heroic effort there by Aviator. Saving the Nexus at half health. And, after that, all of Avant will actually come up. They are 2 inhibs down, but, I mean, taking a look at their bottom lane, outer tower isn't even down yet. So, they're in no danger of that inhib falling anytime
As you say
soon.
that, look at the minions.
Whoa! So they will probably actually get that bottom tower taken down, but it's still a while until that bottom inhib is going to be taken by Team No Chance, I feel. Although, even after that was so close. Seconds away from victory there from Team No Chance, but still, Avant-Garde Redemption, they've got all the problems they had before the break and before, that little team fight there, and I don't know if they're going to be able to solve them.
Yeah, it's just Spirit's Visage finished on the Aviator now playing that Aatrox, so he'll be able to heal up a considerable amount. Still not as tanky as I'm sure he could be, but no Barons, which I'm interested. An interesting note to say there. There's no Barons at all, and they're going to move into position for the first one now. Maybe clear out the vision, and wow, Sona hasn't walked to the back, so Avant-Garde Redemption know exactly what's going on, leaving that Baron pit completely open.
Yeah, that's right. We might see the contention here from the Baron. I think Avant know what's going on. They're going to go in.
There's a tidal wave, knocks up Shirani, crescendo over the top, landing on 3 members of Avant-Garde Redemption now. And in the middle, Kennen again. There's ultimate over the top from Ezreal, doing a ton of damage. Shock in big trouble, and Ezreal picks up a kill onto Kennen. This could be the big turnaround right now as Lissandra gets taken out from Ari, and Smooth Move is gone as well. This is really in Avant-Garde Redemption's favor right now. Go. Smiley Face is going back to base to try and defend a bit. He does get slowed down from Ashe. He will have to back in this brush, and look at the Nexus. Oh, it's falling so low right now. There's the big minion going down onto it, and the minions do spawn, so they will have enough time to head back and defend that one. But wow, so close, Go.
Oh wow, that is insanely close at the moment there, and that was just a situation where Team No Chance are obviously feeling very confident, but the fact is they didn't have to do that Baron. The Baron got them down low enough on health, and put them into a position that Avant-Garde Redemption were able to capitalize on with all 5 members of their team. We saw a fantastic tidal wave coming out of Teals, a 2-man Aqua Prison as well. And I feel as though that were the really, really key defining moments of that fight, and the real reason why Avant came out ahead on top of it.
It is, and there was a really nice true shot barrage from Lord Fabulous. He did heaps of damage to the back line of No Chance, so they couldn't even really get in amongst it without a really big threat of dying. Ballasta is just he's full on glass cannon though on that Lissandra, and he really needs to play a bit more in a defensive role.
I want to see a Warmog. So I don't know, I'm going on about it a little bit, but that's all that Avant-Garde Redemption needs at the moment. Just a little bit more tankiness to the front line. Pilastra is going for that Rabadons. Yes, it's not a terrible pickup, of course. I'm not saying that, but I don't know. We had some questions in chat there. Danny Serb asking, how are they winning so much when, how a Team No Chance winning so much when Avant-Garde Redemption are ahead of them on gold. And the fact is, Avant-Garde, they have no front line. They've got 4 really squishy characters, and they just can't live long enough to get the damage out.
That being said, now the damage output has really helped them in their last team fight, and now they're going to defend this inhibitor to stay in the game. The middle inhibitor will be up very soon. It's just a matter of how they're going to pick this fight. And look at Kennen, he's going to be taking that one solo. If bottom turret falls as well to minions, this is not good for Avant-Garde Redemption. There's an arrow lands straight on a Smiley Face crescendo as well. No damage to follow up. A Solvent Battery though. Smiley Face jumps straight into the middle of a Kennen ultimate. There is the Zonya's Hourglass Aviator at the back, getting completely destroyed. and Lissandra picks up a kill onto Kennen. Aqua Prison doesn't quite land. There's an ultimate from Balasta. Smooth move, throws out his own Zonya's Hourglass, and Smiley Face picks up the kill. They're going to defend this one though. Look at all the AVANT-GARDE Redemption, all full health. They're trying to take down this middle inhibitor. Aqua Prison doesn't quite land, and now they're chasing down Ash. Ash flashes over the wall, and Smiley Face looking to chase him down. Bag of Swag now just dueling here with Balasta. Lord Fabulous comes in, doesn't quite land all of his spells. There's Ignite ticking away as well, and Balasta really wants to get the team fight, and oh, he's on a killing spree. He gets shut down from Shrandy though.
That's a pretty hilarious way to end a fight there. And you know, the issue was Team No Chance. They got really greedy towards the end of that fight. You know, they were looking in a pretty decent position at the start of it, but then later on, I think it was a smooth move. You know, he used his flash, he used his spirit rush just to try and pick up a kind of greedy kill in the fountain there. Avant really punished him for it. Then I think two members of Team No Chance started attacking the Nexus, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. And it was just, you know, Avant playing cleanup crew. And one of the things which AP Ezreal is good at doing is, well, the same thing that AD Ezreal is good at doing, just playing as the vacuum cleaner for the team once the fight's over.
Yep, just taking out all the leftovers, just like a dog after dinner. But have a look at some of the items Lucian's got. He's pretty much full build. I mean, he's sitting on how much gold? 1,400 gold. You can turn that Brutalizer into a Black Cleaver. He's got himself a Banshee's Veil as well, so trying to stop that Ash arrow from taking him out from the long range at least. So interesting build for him. Get that Black Cleaver done. I think he could be quite dangerous. 410 CS. That is how long he's been farming for. 410 CS for 42 minutes. That's huge, Gogo.
That is a massive amount of CS. Really reflects on how much Smiley Face was actually split pushing in the middle stages of this game, and you know, he's definitely managed to keep up his farm all throughout it. So he's certainly not far behind on items. The Banshee's Veil pickup, great pickup, especially against an Ash. Just means that, you know, when you're sitting in your base or something like that, that Ash arrow isn't going to hit.
There's the engage as well as the crescendo, and it's missed. Everything is missed. Lucian picks up a kill onto Sona. Right now, all the lanes are pushed at the back, and Shock's just trying to 1v1 Fabulous in the back line. And now, No Chance are really on the back foot. One player down. AVANT-GARDE Redemption trying to make a play out of this. They want to get this inhibitor, this third inhibitor, though. They keep pressuring it. It could be big trouble, Gogo.
I definitely could, and you know, even with that kill, AVANT-GARDE Redemption, they've still just got all of Team No Chance pressuring onto them up here, and oh wow, this is a crazy game, man. As you've got Shrandy and Shock running back there, you know, being chased by Lord Fabulous, and Team No Chance at the moment. This Ash build by Shrandy, of course, early on in the game, you know, when it was a tier, when it was just components of that Spirit of the Lizard Elder, you know, may not have been the most, the highest damage build. But at this stage of the game, 43 minutes in, when he's got a Mirror Mana, you know, he's got a stacked Bloodthirst, he's got all of that good stuff, he is dealing out immense amounts of damage.
He sure showed us.
Yep. To be fair, I think Avant maybe could have, played a slight bit more, more sort of synced, I want to say, towards the middle of the game. I think they had a few communication breakdowns, made a few poor choices, and that led to Team No Chance being able to get back in this. But I tell you what, talk about back in it. They're taking the Baron now.
They are. There is the True Shot Barrage over the top. He steals away the Baron! Flashes away from the pit. So well done to Aviator. That could turn this around, Gogo.
That absolutely certainly could. Aviator, I tell you what, that was a clinical Baron steal menace. Wow. That was insane by him. And, the question is, Team No Chance, they're still pretty keen to push up against AVANT-GARDE Redemption. The thing is, they can. You know, they've got 2 inhibs down. All they have to do is wait for the super minions to, start putting pressure on AVANT-GARDE Redemption and, maybe go in after that. But the question is, are they going to engage Avant has Baron?
I don't know if they'll engage. Maybe they'll try their best to poke. But look, AVANT-GARDE want to fight here. They really want this to go while they still have the Baron buff, and just trying their best to poke as much as possible before they even get there. This is going to be the 3rd time that an inhibitor has respawned in this middle lane, especially. and the top lane as well. And look at the damage just from AVANT-GARDE Redemption being able to defend this one, clearing waves in a matter of seconds, Gogo.
Yeah, that's right. And this inhib in the top lane, it's actually a little bit of danger of going down again, as both those inhibs actually respawn. Are Avant going to defend it? Are they going to give up this inhib? Oh, they're getting caught.
Lucian, their Ash Arrow completely misses as well. Ballista over the top. Aviator does get crescendo. There is the inhibitor down, and now No Chance wanting to back away from this one. And middle inhibitor has spawned, and look at this top one is so low. They want to keep it alive. They've already sacked the bottom one, and there's just one little 1 million Casamir going down. Middle inhibitor does fall as well. AVANT-GARDE just holding on. Their grip is slowly slipping away though.
Yeah, that's right. That top inhib is about one hit away from death there. I feel as though if that does go down, unless Avant ace team No Chance and win straight off that, then it's almost definitely curtains for Avant. But I don't know, they've pulled out some pretty crazy stuff before. Looks like they're going to go in.
They are. Aatrox gets a nice knock up straight onto Ash. Ash gets completely deleted from the map as well. Kennen now got nothing to escape. He will fall. Lucian picks up him, and now Lissandra taking out the Ari. And could this be the game? Slave of Lord, shout out to you in chat, buddy. Aatrox #1. Really good barra steal, mate.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing there. But I feel so Avant, they have to push to win now, or
they want to go towards this bottom lane.
Yeah, they want to go to the OC inhibitor. I mean, I suppose obviously they can't push to win now because they've got absolutely no creeps. But yeah, they're definitely going to go for this inhib.
Yeah, leaving Lucian at the back to
defend. Yeah, that good move.
Defend, yeah.
Good move.
Very good move. Maybe this could be enough. There's still 30 seconds on everybody. They're just going straight into the base. This could be the game. It would be amazing. Crescendo just trying their best to keep him away. And
are they going to do it?
I think they are. Aviators, just look at that attack damage, man. So much attack damage and attack speed on Aviator. They are going to
They're going to do it.
Oh my god, GG, well played to Aviator and all the guys at AVANT-GARDE Redemption.
Amazing way to end the game. And the series, of course, by AVANT-GARDE Redemption. That was looking so crazy, so intense right up until the end there. And what a way to finish, Menace.
That was huge. I mean, that was a big match. It was really one-sided to begin with. Then at the middle game, it really fell down. That Ash build came into play. The split pushing